Hello, Nigeria. Who's ready for another jolly ride?
I like that word.
Jolly ride. Yeah.
Jolly. I hear it at Christmas. I hear it
Jolly
at
old
Easter.
morning.
Yeah.
It's jolly. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, and this is the place to be at this time of the morning. You don't want to be anywhere else.
And
really.
that's why we're making a date with you every weekday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I am Yomi Owope.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. We're coming to you live. Yes, live right now on Facebook at TVC Connect, and of course on our website, that's tvcontinental.tv. Really, you need to visit that website. All the information you need on us, on the show, everything's right there. And it's all about food in the morning
if
as
you're
well.
a foodie like some of us, you'll be glad that there's something going to be happening in the kitchen this morning.
Yeah.
And MM is there.
She's back.
Hey! Called me foodie over the week, and yes, I'm a confirmed foodie. I don't hide it. I'm a proud foodie.
Aw.
So guys, how are you doing? Yeah, our chef isn't here yet. Hopefully,
She'll be here soon.
he'll be here soon.
Well, you know, otherwise you'll whip up something for us.
Yeah, I would. Let's see.
All
Fingers
those
crossed.
skills you've been learning all these days.
Yeah, you know, it's time to put it into work. You know. So how you guys doing?
Good, 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 good. Straight to this morning's highlights. First up is Tech Talk. It brings you a step closer to all you need to know about technology.
Yes, indeed. And then we have a stellar musical performance from Kike Muriaga.
I heard the Spirit say, all rise, we stand before the throne.
It's Thursday, and book chats are a tradition for us on the show. So we're kicking off with a book titled Unbroken, Channeling the Power of the Mind.
Yes, indeed. Now, do you know what it means to fly a Dreamlifter aircraft? Now, it's a huge accomplishment. We'll be sitting down with Banke Olaiwola, the first black female pilot to ever fly one of these planes.
Yeah, looks nice. A female
like fun.
flying a huge plane.
Like that.
And finally, we have a media personality and entrepreneur joining us for a do-it-yourself tutorial and a chat.
Yes, indeed. So it's quite a lot for one show, you know, but I know we'll get through it. We'll get through it. We
will.
try to pack everything in there like, you know, it's...
Mike just looks like he woke up.
Mike, are you awake?
He just stumbled out of
Earth
bed.
to Mike. Earth to Mike, are you here?
I woke up in Chris Brown's body.
Okay,
What's the concept of that?
I don't
Like
know.
he woke up in his body. No,
It's a Chris Brown song.
It's a Chris Brown song.
Chris Brown, DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
There's what does Kendall Jenner in the
Yeah.
song. Yeah.
Thinking.
They're letting Kendall sing.
Yeah.
Why are they allowing
I
her
know
to
we've
sing?
not spoken about this here, but I think we should talk about the love Emmanuel Macron has for Lagos and Nigeria.
The guy just refused to go home. Like, I don't understand.
You know, yesterday I was gonna go to Computer Village because I'm trying to get a new phone, and then on our way, I was trying to remind my husband that we're supposed to go. He's like, no, I hear that Macron is still in town. That's Ikeja axis, out of bounds for now.
He
So
was at Intel
okay.
at the French embassy
Yeah.
about 15 years ago. So he always used to visit the shrine as it were. So he loves going to
so
the
he
shrine.
just went back
the
there
shrine has
and-
this allure.
Yeah.
No, oh God, maybe I shouldn't.
They should just free the
So
guy.
posted, okay, so there's some makeover at the shrine. Shrine is looking quite...
Yeah, very touche.
Very
Nice
touche.
thing.
But the toucheness is not what he loved about the
Yeah,
shrine.
the
I don't know if
boys
he gets,
around
you know,
and
it's
all that,
the...
yeah.
The African
Just
heritage.
about the boys,
So,
though.
so there's a... I
About the what?
wouldn't
Was
say
it
that
just
here.
about the boys, though?
What boy?
You know, the people around? Or...
Oh, the girls.
Aha, now you're getting
He
there.
was a 25-year-old guy.
The
so,
girls.
No, but there's
The
something
girls,
else
the
I'll say.
dancers,
There's
maybe?
something else I'll say behind them, but you know,
City.
it was
I
not
don't know.
first. So, but I know a number of people have. You guys have all gone to the shrine, right?
Yeah.
At least once or twice.
Yeah.
I
Once.
haven't.
You've never.
I've
been,
never been in the shrine.
In the
I've
shrine.
only been in some of the offices, but never in
I've
shrine.
been there
Okay, yes, I
twice.
have. Okay, no, I've been at the shrine actually. When Rolari's wedding. That's
Oh,
my
okay,
first
there
time
was
at
a
the
wedding.
shrine. In
True
the shrine.
confessions.
No, it was Rolari's wedding.
No, it
That's
has,
Yeni Kuti's daughter's wedding. That's first time I was
yeah,
there.
there's something about it, the place. You know, it has this when you enter there. It's almost like you can feel the spirit of Fela. You know,
Yeah,
from the newspaper cuts on the walls. You know, they have some memorabilia about him and his life and all that.
It's actually everywhere, not just in the shrine. It's everywhere.
Just not everything you might want everybody to be there, but
I met him though.
Okay, the French president.
No, I mean Fela.
Okay, Fela.
I think from what I've heard people say about him, he's quite an interesting personality. I mean, he's someone like people may think otherwise, but he's someone I think a lot of us could have learned a lot from.
And there's something started trending. Of course, it's now trending now. Oh, Wole Soyinka and Fela are cousins. Like, did you know? So it's everybody's now trying to pop up like, did you know? Did you know? Because the French president decided to do
this
that.
opens up.
It's an intellectual
this
thing.
opens up.
And he was such an intellectual. He did have a lot of experience, knowledge, wisdom to share. Whether he shared it for his own reasons or not is a different question.
What are you saying, Titi? You want to always have one rejoinder that would not spoil the matter. He didn't share for his reason. He shared it for all of us.
Okay. He shared it for all of us.
We should name one of our
He was a
sweets.
cheerful giver. He gave all his knowledge.
We should name one of our sweets Emmanuel Macron.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They probably already have
I'm telling you. Sure.
You're such a politician.
I mean, that's what we do. So let's head on to the news now. Blessing Ida Jose is on standby for us.
Hello and welcome to the news updates at this hour. The House of Representatives has called for a review of the age limit and vacancies announced by some government agencies, including the Nigeria Police Force. A motion by Babajimi Benson from Lagos is worried that most of the vacancies often require that applicants must not be more than 30 years of age. The legislator is, however, concerned that it is difficult to determine and plan the age of graduation in view of the unstable nature of Nigeria's education system. His prayer that the age limits be reviewed to 40 years was unanimously supported. And protesters dressed in black took to the streets of Abuja, kicking against the continuous killings across the country. The protesters, in their numbers, assembled at the Unity Fountain in Abuja, from where they walked through major streets, chanting and carrying placards with various inscriptions. They have vowed to continue marching until the government puts in more efforts to stop the killings going on around the country. The Nigeria police has arrested 5 persons for allegedly carrying out attacks disguised as herders in Benue State. Police spokesman Jimoh Moshood revealed that a serving councillor of Fidi Ward in Makurdi, Benjamin Tifa, and 4 others are being investigated for carrying out attacks which have fueled the herders' farmers' crisis. But Tifa denied the claim, admitting he procured ammunition for the group to protect his community from invaders. 3 other suspects were paraded, and 2 rifles and a pistol were among items recovered from the suspects. Zamfara State Emirates councils have submitted the interim reports on security situations in their respective domains. The report was presented to Governor Abdulaziz Yari Abubakar at the State Security At the State Security Council meeting in Gusau, the reports would assist the government and the security agencies have first-hand information and re-strategize on how to end the current security challenges in the states. And that's the news. Stay tuned for more at the top of the hour.
This book right here with me, Unbroken, Channeling the Power of the Mind by John Shaibu. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, sir.
It's a pleasure.
So
Thank you.
this is an excellent book. Going through it, looking at the fact that you are talking about something that's like a weapon and also a tool that you can use to control your life. And in a city like Lagos, in a country like Nigeria, with so many things happening, it's, I think this book is apt for this moment. Tell us about it.
Well, Unbroken came out of challenges of my personal experience that I have, and looking at the world in general, like us now in Nigeria, you realize that almost everybody is going through that. Then I have to come with a concept, okay, fine, what do? We have to go within. We have to look inside us, because without encountering the real you and finding the solution to it, there's no way you can affect the exterior of you, that's the outside world.
It's always very strange that a lot of the things that happen within us, whether it's sadness or depression or feeling sorry for yourself, we always attribute it to external factors. Maybe growing up, the kind of parents you had, or you were talking about orphans in the book as well. But we've never really focused on the inside, which is what you're doing in this book. Tell us about why you decided to hone in on the power of the mind.
Good. I am an engineer. I'd worked in Chevron as a telecommunication engineer, had a lot of opportunities, but waiting because of domestication. I don't know what the human is and the power we have in within. So you find out that instead of, for you to be effective, to succeed in life, you have to know what your outcomes are. You can't control the events that happen to you, but your response is critical.
Yeah.
And for you to be able to have control over the response, you should know what you are internally. And that's where awareness comes in. So I consciously started looking at the outcome of the events in my life. And then I said, how can I control that? The event is outside my influence, but the response is my responsibility. Until you decide to take responsibility for your life by looking within you and channeling the energy within you positively, there's no way you can affect the outcome.
I mean, it's also remarkable that a lot of the responsibility, when you through the entire book, a lot of the responsibility is placed on the individual. Yeah. And you were talking about it just now, that it's the response to the things that happen around you, the response to various things. But you also talked about truth as one of the anchors of the individual. And you went deep into that. Tell us a little bit about what you talked about, especially in chapter 8, when you were talking about the something that drives a nation, which is truth.
You know, we are all product of our domestication. And the domestication we had, growing up as a child, you don't have control over it. It's placed upon you. Your parents, they reward you when you do what they want you to do, and they punish you. But the challenge is that most of what they know is 99% lies. And growing up with those kind of belief that is imposed on us, you find out that you have young adults, teenagers that are confused. You grow up, you started realizing who you are, but it's in total conflict of what you are told, what you are domesticated with. And you see a whole lot of confusion. Then that's where awareness now comes in. You have to go within. Search for books that will teach you what human is, the essence of you as a man or a woman.
And how to channel that
How to channel that energy. We have a lot of energy. Look at the youth today in Nigeria. Very intelligent, very focused, but the energies are wrongly channeled. Until you can go within and realize the truth about you as a human, then you start making choices that support what goes according to your belief.
I like the fact that a lot of what you're saying and a lot of the focus of the book is about young people, and that's also a focus of some of your motivational speaking and what you do. But for a young person reading this book and having had various experiences, what do you want them to come away with at the end of the day? Because apart from the fact that I've read this book and I'm motivated and I'm happy, there's also those external factors that just keep happening, you know, and it's always a challenge and always a struggle. How do you want people to continue to respond even after reading this book?
Focus on love, your happiness. Once you focus on being happy, which is the fact that it syncs with your values, your internal value, and you focus on love and being positive, you find out that the events that happens to you, if you decide to control it with positivity, with the response that drives, that sync with your internal happiness, it will sink in.
That aspect and how to deal with it.
Mental health is an issue that is confronting almost the whole world. And in Nigeria, we live in denial because of the stigma.
Of mental health.
Yeah, and unless we come to confront it and accept the truth, then we can deal with it. A lot of youths are having issues with drugs, confusion, identity issue, because they lack awareness and they don't know who they are. And the reason is because of the domestication that we all experienced. And that domestication is fear-driven. Until that can be unlearned and replaced with a love-motivated, mind-structured, strategic way of living. If not, we can't break that barrier. Wow. Today with John Shaibu is an organization that focuses on that. We try to speak a lot to youth, encourage them, organize some skill, acquisition skill. And, you know, because if the mind is not engaged, there's no way you can refocus the mind. We focus on activities that will build their internal energy. Not just building it, but helping them to challenge that energy positively. Because without the youth, especially for Nigeria, getting there, the future is very, very bleak.
Wow, this is really deep, because, I mean, you're touching on issues that, like you said, because of social stigma, because of people living in denial, especially as families and all of that. But you're touching on some of these issues that hopefully should bring people out of their shell and help them to express themselves and also be able to channel their minds and their energy. Amazing. Thank you so much for writing this book, and hopefully people can get it. So this book is on Okada Books, on Amazon,
Jumia,
and all of that. But one of the things that you also do, again, is your Today with John Shaibu program, which you used to engage young people. So tell us about that aspect of your work.
Well, Today with John Shaibu is a creation that came up with not just me, team of individuals that we decide to say, okay, we've been victims. We no longer accept to be victims.
I like that you mentioned victims, because that's one of the things that people also don't ascribe to themselves, especially because it wasn't a traumatic experience, as it were. It was just this domestication that you're talking about. So it wasn't a one-time experience that then said, I was in a plane crash, I was a victim, or whatever it is. It's just a process that happened, and then at the end of the day, so it's remarkable that you're using the word victim.
We enslave our mind to fear. And once you enslave your mind to fear, there's no way you can be creative. And I was there, and a lot of my friends were there too, but we decided to come out of it. And we said, no, the younger ones should not experience this. We should try what we can. And that gave birth to Today with John Shaibu. So what we do is that we do self-sponsor program to engage the youth, to be able to let them know who they are, to be aware of who they really are, to know that they have power within that can change them to become what they really want to be. And they can be driven with self-motivation. We expose them to books, a lot of lectures and seminars and workshops, and it's been very, very impressive.
Because I think this is one of the things that we also need. Everybody's talking about nation building now. Everybody's talking about empowering the youths, but it's usually from the angle of what to do with your hands, and it's never about what to do with the mind. But you are going more introspective now, and you're doing it from inside out instead of outside in. Because usually what we try to do when we talk about the youth is something that we have for them. Let's give them something. But you are coming from inside out, which is, I think, more important.
Yeah, without the mind, without understanding the power of your mind, you can achieve nothing. And it has to come from within. Because everything that will be effective, that can work, has to be controlled from within. You live from within. And that's where life begins. You have to do it with fun.
Amazing.
Let the fear go, love it. It's just every other thing. If you make a mistake, forgive yourself. Try again. Wow. You don't give up. Keep on trying. Amazing. And one day you realize that you are there.
Thanks so much, John Shaibu, for joining us this morning. Unbroken, Channeling the Power of the Mind. You need to pick up a copy of this book and learn how to live at peace with yourself. Very nice, very nice. Okay, I think it's time for us to check out this female pilot that we have been talking about all day. I don't know if Mike and Adebanke are ready for us. Hey, guys.
Okay. Thank you very much, Yomi. I know quite a number of people are quite very excited here. Well, Adebanke Olayiwola is a certified airline transport and commercial pilot. She's the first female black pilot in the entire world to fly a Dreamlifter aircraft. I know she will let us know what a Dreamlifter is, but then there are only 4 of these Dreamlifters in the world. Just 4. Lesser than the continents we have in this world. She's also one of the few female pilots to have ever flown the MD-83 aircraft, which has quite an interesting reputation among pilots. Now, she has not only shattered the glass ceiling, but is riding a path of her own. And it is really great to have this trailblazer in the studio today. Now, that used to be one of my sobriquets when I was much younger, trailblazer, but she's a real trailblazer. It's great to have you. You're welcome.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
You're welcome. Wow. Okay. Now, there's so much about you. I could go on and on about your profile and all of that. But then, let's start with the Dreamlifter. What's a Dreamlifter, first of all? Okay,
a Dreamlifter is a 747-800 LCF, which is a large cargo aircraft.
Speak English.
Okay, so the Dreamlifter, like I said, is a 747 series, but there are only 4 of it built by
okay,
Boeing.
So that's it, right?
Yes.
That's it?
Yes, that's it. There are only 4 of those aircraft built by Boeing and strictly to carry other aircraft, specifically built for 787. The Dreamliner, the 787.
So they can carry other aircrafts. Yes. So that means that if you're flying it, you're probably flying like 2 aircrafts at the same time.
Technically, yes. Wow. That's what we are doing. So it's going to be like the Boeing company they go to some part of the world, like maybe in Japan. Where the last time I flew it to Japan. Nagoya, Japan, whereby we went there to carry other part of the 787.
Cool.
So that's what the Dreamlifter is used. It's used to fly other aircraft. Okay,
now I know you have a health background. You studied health sciences and all of that. But then how come the career shift from, I know you started as a health worker in an airline. Yes. And then where did the love for flying just come from?
Okay, for me, I've always wanted to see the world. I'm from Ibadan. I grew up in Ibadan. I love my city.
Of course you do.
Yes, Ibadan city. So all the while, I wanted to see the world. So when I was 7 in Lagos, I served with a bank in Lagos, and I've always wanted to even work with an airline, and that then it fell through. So I went for my master's in England. It was while I was there that I got the job with Etihad Airways, and they were looking for aviation health trainers. Wow. And while I was in Etihad, Abu Dhabi, a lot of people I work with are pilots. It's an open space with a lot of pilots, a lot of other recruiters. We are all one open space. And when we are not training, when we are not in the classroom training, we also fly to recruit around the world and see what the flight attendants are doing. So anytime we are flying, we go, or maybe I'm traveling to go to other country to recruit, I will go into the cockpit. I have the opportunity. I will be asking them questions. What is happening? What's going on here? And one of the pilots is like, I think you have the bug. You should actually try what we call introductory flight. If you like it, because it's something to like the act of flying, and it's another thing to actually fly. So once I did that, and he asked me, and he actually motivated me, paid for my introductory flight. Wow. And I did that, and he asked me, how do you feel? I said, I felt good. He said, then you don't have any excuse not to pursue this.
Now, you know, in a profession now, many people feel, you know, when you think of a pilot, you think of a guy. It's a male-dominated, or it's seen as a male-dominated profession. And all that. How has it been for you, blazing all these trails, making all these marks? I know you want to inspire young people out there and all of that, but then what does it mean to you, being the one blazing all these trails?
For me, before I didn't think it was a big deal. I didn't realize until my friends, my colleagues, and I live in America, and I also fly in the US. And I noticed a lot of people will come to me when they see me at the airport. A lot of parents, a lot of people will, can you take picture with my kids? Can you motivate them? Then I started motivating a lot of young people back in America. Most of my friends, I'm very passionate about Nigeria. And most of my family and friends are like, look, you have to tell your story. You have to be out there. You have to create more awareness. You have to motivate a lot of our young people that they can exceed what we think, and they will exceed it. We need Nigerians to go to the moon. We need them to go to the space. So we are going to do that. I
wish I had so much more time. There's so much I want to talk about. But maybe, I don't know, maybe your social media handle, maybe people want to, so I can further.
Okay, on social media handle, we are working on it, but I do have an Instagram. It's called Pilot Banks 1. Pilot Banks 1, please.
So I also have some more questions to ask her, and then you can also ask on, we'll push it up on social media at TVC Connected Pilot Banks 1. It's been great having you on the show. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, sir.
Keep blazing those trails.
Thank you.
Don't stop. All right, that's all we have here. Now we have to move on to what's next on the show. And of course, Titi has a DIY for us. We were talking about fingernails much earlier on. And let's see what is happening with that. But then, that will be after this very short breather.
Grease your pan. You can do this with butter or vegetable oil. So you grease your pan thoroughly so that none of it will stick when the cake is fully baked.
And let's not forget, we also have preheated our oven.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay, so we are done here, basically. Yeah. And we'll head over to Mike, who's set to take us through the latest on tech. Hello, Mike.
All right, that's it. And it's Tech Thursday. I will take you through some of the latest news making the rounds in the world of tech. Now, first up, I'll start with Microsoft, as they have been working on health-related initiatives for years, but the company is now bringing efforts together into a new Microsoft Care Health team. Now, what happens is that they are uploading health data to the cloud, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be visiting a Microsoft store anytime soon for human virus scans. Instead, it's a bigger effort to create a cloud-based patient profiles, which of course will push doctors to the cloud and eventually have artificial intelligence analyzing data. Now, Microsoft's new healthcare team appears to be a more formalized approach to the company's Healthcare Next, which is new experiences and technologies company-wide initiative, which kicked off last year. Now, Next was designed to foster health industry partnerships and bring together Microsoft's research, AI, and cloud teams to focus on healthcare. And then moving on from Microsoft, Facebook has shut down their internet drone project, as they announced last week that they are no longer pursuing their plan of developing their own high-flying drones for delivering internet, an initiative which, of course, was within its Aquila project, which was started about 4 years ago. Now, initially, Aquila was Facebook's bold stratosphere internet project that imagined gigantic drones running partially on solar power that could remain in flight for long periods of time and beam down LTE service to remote parts of the world, especially Africa. Now, in broad terms, Aquila was one of many ways, alongside Internet.org and other initiatives, that Facebook was trying to help the developing world and remote parts of Earth get online so that they too can become Facebook users. Now, Facebook later clarified that the Aquila project in itself will continue with Facebook's partners, but that the company is abandoning just the goal of designing and building its own drones in-house. So, hey, come on, there's still hope for those LTE beams to get across to Africa. Now, this one might interest you very much, as the Japanese AI camera shows the future of CCTV will be automated. Now, of course, with the new machine learning techniques giving CCTV cameras the ability to spot troubling behavior without human supervision. Now, sooner or later, this tech will be coming to a store near you. Now, it is illustrated in this particular video you are seeing as the new artificial intelligence security camera, which is built by Japanese telecom giant NTT East and startup Earth Eyes Corporation. Now, the security camera is called the AI Guardman and is designed to help shop owners in Japan spot potential shoplifters. It uses open source technology which was developed by Carnegie Mellon University to scan live video streams and estimate the poses of any bodies it can see. Now, the system then tries to match this pose data to predefine suspicious behavior. Now, if it sees something noteworthy, it alerts shopkeepers via a connected app. Now, this is quite interesting. As you can see in that video, it looks at your body movement, and then it also goes back to a database with the police and all of that to check if you ever had any suspicious activity at any point in time. And there, if you shoplift or something, the camera is going to alert the shopkeeper via an app. So this is quite something. I think it's going to be quite very useful. All right. Okay, all right, moving on from that, this one is another interesting one as there is a camera that can see through walls. And wait for it, you'll understand how it's going to be used. Now, researchers at the Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence Laboratory, CSAIL, at Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the US have created an artificial intelligence software that can see through walls. Why so? Now, this AI software is known as RFPose, and CSAIL hope to use the technology to detect degenerative diseases by monitoring movement in elderly people. This is quite cool. I hope it is not going to be an invasion of privacy because, yes, you can almost see anybody that will pass across the camera through a wall. But the point is that this is health related. You can use it and check out how to help elderly people with diseases. But me thinks that this might just have a little bit more underneath. But then, hey, come on, it's advancement in technology.
To the soul. And this morning, we're about to hear some powerful worship to put us in that, you know, revival mood. So with me here is Kikelomo Mudiaga. She's a gospel artist, and she's going to put us in that worship mood this morning. Hello, Kike.
Good morning.
I'll be right back, so
Thank
you just go ahead and do your thing.
Oh, no one like you. Ah, you are worthy. There is no God like you. Hallelujah. You are worthy of my praise. I have searched and found no one like you. Hallelujah. You are worthy of my praise. There is no one, no God like you. Hallelujah. Worthy of my praise, worthy of my worship. There is no one, no God like you. Hallelujah, hallelujah is the song I sing. Oh, there is no one, hey, no God like you, no Savior like you, no Father like you. There is no one, no one, no one, no. Hey, I have searched and found there is no one, no, 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 no one. Hallelujah, you are worthy of my praise. You are God all by yourself, enthroned in worship, seated in majesty, worthy, worthy. You are worthy, you are worthy. Say Hosanna, 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 Hosanna. Ooh, hallelujah. Hosanna, Hosanna to the King. Hosanna to the Lord. Hosanna to Jesus, to Jesus. Worthy of the praise. You are worthy of the worship. Hosanna, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises. You are worthy of the praise. You are worthy of the honor. Hosanna, hallelujah. You are King of kings, Lord of lords, we worship you. Hallelujah. You are worthy of my praise. Hallelujah. You are the Jesus.
Wow. 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 I was blown away. Literally blown away.
Thank God.
That was beautiful. There's something about worship. Why worship though? I mean, it's not easy to actually put people in that mood. How do you do it?
I think the secret to worship is worship yourself. So as you worship God, you draw people to Him. But if you're trying to draw the people before you worship, then it doesn't really work. So true worship is worshiping God first. And as you worship, God Himself draws
You're also
the
an
people.
author.
Yes, I am.
Wow. Okay, so you want to tell us about that a little bit?
Okay, the book is a personal experience.
Okay.
It's a book about dealing with tragedy. I lost my mom and my sister on the same day.
Wow.
So writing that book was something, it was a way of healing, God healing me, and also blessing lives.
Okay.
Because I remember going through that period and looking for something to help me, you know, a material, a book, just something to give me an answer, like, what is this I'm feeling?
Okay.
Why am I going through this? So that helped me to express that in a real sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so talking about worship, your worship brings hope, it brings life, it brings, you know, faith, basically. So did your book in any way influence your worship? Tell us about that.
I think worship is a summation of the entire person, and our experiences also, you know. So there's something about brokenness that draws you closer to God, because that's where you find hope. That's where you find the answer. So it does, everything works together, you know, just fits into one another. So the book and the music and my passion is all coming from, you know, these experiences.
So do you see yourself doing something else, like, you know, going into another genre of music? Because you've been doing worship for 20 years. 20 years, my.
Okay. Well, different styles, yes. I see different styles, but I don't see myself going into another, I'm into like circular music. Maybe inspirational, just saying, smile, let's be happy today, it's a good day, be happy, you know. Something to help people with depression or talk about what's going on in the society, yes.
So let's talk about the gospel music in Nigeria. Where do you see it in the next, you think it's where it's supposed to be? And where do you see it in the nearest future, basically?
Interestingly, I feel the world is coming to Africa to get new sound. A lot of times we hear that from the gospel artists that come from, you know, other countries, like, wow, there's something about the African man, there's something about what you feel that we don't know anything about. There's something about your sound. So if you notice, our sound is traveling, you're hearing more of the drums and the, you know, so we're actually exporting, you know, the spirit of what we do now.
Okay. And you really think that in the nearest future, the gospel music in Nigeria will go, you know, will spread, will go global.
It will.
Oh,
it will.
Great.
It will be the standard.
Yes. So I listened to your song with Nathaniel Bassey. I am a fan of Nathaniel. I love Nathaniel Bassey. Wow. Yeah. How was that? How was it working with him?
It was the title of the song is Church on Fire, and
I can imagine.
It was fire. You know, from the moment in the studio and everything, it was just, you know, the sound of the music is what really, you know, I heard the song and I knew this trumpet had to come in. Who better to blow it with power and with grace than Nathaniel Bassey? So.
Great. Okay, so you're also a songwriter. I want to know, when you're about to write a new song, where do you get your inspiration from? What inspires you every time you write a new song?
That's interesting because I get inspiration in different places. Sometimes in traffic. Yes.
Okay, so
a lot of times in church, as the word is going on, I'm writing. A lot of times, 99% is once I hear music, I just hear maybe a distant keyboard playing in 10 houses away, and it just starts coming. And a lot of times when I sleep, I get songs and I wake up and I have it.
I mean, right.
Yeah.
Wow. So. Okay, so being that you've done this for 20 years, did you ever in this journey ever feel the need to give up? Ever feel like giving up?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Because 20 years is a long time.
That's a long time. Give up on the gift or on the ability, or give up on life?
Give up on the gifts.
Okay, on the
because you're
industry.
You know, you're giving. And if you do not have to give anymore, there's nothing to give. True. You know, so
it's been a long journey, and because of the different things we go through in life, I think for every minister or professional in any sphere, we draw strength from what we do, and God keeps giving inspiration. So even when I'm writing songs and I'm wondering, God, will anyone ever hear this song? I have loads of songs. I didn't give up. I just kept getting more songs and more, and I say, okay, one day I believe someone will hear this, someone will be blessed the way I'm blessed by the song. So it takes God not to give up, because many times you get to the edge.
So quickly tell us what's next project, what's next for Kike?
Okay, great things. In August 5th of August is my live in concert at the House on the Rock. So that'll be big. Nathaniel Bassey will be there.
Sounds like it.
Nathaniel Bassey, Eben, Onos,
so it's
Mike Abdul.
Be huge.
Very huge. So you have to be there. Right. You have to be there. It's free, so come
and worship God.
Come and worship God.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank
Kike.
you so
it was such a pleasure having you.
It has to do with nails. So they're not spending hours and hours there anymore. They're doing it a lot quicker. And our friend here, our media personality, stroke entrepreneur, CEO of Confetti Beauty.
Oh, what an intro. I love that. I'm feeling like
Tallulah Doherty is in our garden today.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
How does it feel being on the other side?
It feels weird. I'm used to asking questions. I'm actually a bit nervous. I'm like, ooh, what are you going to throw at me today? But I'm ready.
Okay, well, so it was really interesting and exciting to hear that you're also an entrepreneur, because a lot of the time we see you on the red carpet, you're always looking glam, and we're always looking at your nails like, your nails are always looking so hot, not knowing that you were the one producing your own nails. So tell us how that started.
Okay, so my brand of press-on nails is called Confetti Beauty.
Yeah.
This is them.
Yeah.
How it started was I've owned a nail salon for like coming up to 5 years now, called Wow Nails.
Okay.
In Lekki at the Palms Mall.
Okay.
It used to be at the local airport as well. And people would always come in a hurry, like, oh my God, I have an event. I have 10 minutes. I want to do like acrylics. I'm like, you can't do acrylics. What are you talking about? You can't. What can I do? Can I paint my nails? So the most glamorous thing they can do is like paint their nails. But that doesn't really give them that, that razzle dazzle glamorous look they were after. So I just thought there must be a way you can get that look but quicker, which is how I stumbled upon this product.
Okay.
And literally since we started, which was in October last year, that's all I do. I never
Can I take a look?
Yeah, I never fix my nails anymore. That's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a set of our nails.
Okay, so these are just basically stick-on, ready painted nails.
Ready painted everything. Okay. Different sizes, so you'll find your size in the pack. All you do is get it out. I'm going to do it for you right now, actually.
Yeah, I think you should start right now. Yes, let's start. Let's start.
Right.
Show me how it works.
Okay.
I need this in my life.
Okay, let's start. So we've already gotten your sizes. We've sized your nails up so you know which nails fit your own personal nails. It comes with the glue in the pack.
Okay.
So here we go. Are you ready?
Okay, all right, let's
I
go.
may just do it for myself.
All
I've never done it for anybody else, but here we go.
All right, okay,
You'll
fine.
be the first.
So I'm thinking in your salons, you have, people that do this for you and all that.
Yes, of course. But the point of it is you can buy it in MedPlus, you can buy it in Casabella, and the point is to do it yourself at home. So you actually don't have to, like I know you, Titi, you're a busy working mum of twins.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, of course.
And so you don't have time to go to the salon.
Yeah.
And that, you see, press.
And just
There
hold
you
it
go.
down. And that's
One
that.
has been done.
Already?
Yes, already.
That was what, 15 seconds?
Exactly. So
Okay.
we're
All
on our
right.
way.
What's the next one?
Same thing. You apply the glue.
Okay.
Press it out.
So I'm thinking about the colors. You know, this is quite a. I won't use the word wild. I'll say alarming. An
Funky.
alarmingly funky color.
Yes.
But I do like the fact that it gives me an alternative to just buying nail polish and then sitting for hours and painting my own nails down.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's also the fact that you have lots of different styles for convenience. So let's say on Monday you want to be funky. Then by Friday you're like, oh no, I just want something conservative.
Okay.
You can change them. Soak them in hot water. They'll come off. Buy another set. So you have control over your own style. And I always feel like nails are almost like fashion. You should be able to be as expressive with your nails as you are with your outfits. I'm like I love fashion. I love beauty. I'm such a girly girl.
Okay.
So I change these up all the time. You never see me with the same nails for more than maybe 4 or 5 days at a time.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So I'm liking the way they look, the way they feel. I'm not feeling uncomfortable.
Good.
That's something I'm always looking out for, because something that drove me nuts was when I had to fix acrylics and I would have this itchy, hot sensation.
Hot feeling, definitely.
So I want to try this one myself.
Okay,
now,
go ahead.
Let me see. So all you did was put the glue down and
Press
just
it.
press.
So just pray.
That's all.
Exactly. Press for about 5 to 8 seconds.
Really?
Yes.
And that's it.
And that's it. You're good.
My goodness.
Extra press.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
All right, just to
secured.
check. Okay.
Just to make sure it's secured. And another thing that people say to me is, oh, will these last? And I'm like, yeah, they definitely last.
Okay.
It'll last you up to 2 weeks. As long as you're not always putting your hands in boiling hot water. It definitely will last.
Okay, so for we moms who were always cooking and washing dishes and all that, are you sure this is gonna work? Because
yes, this is going to work.
So you wash dishes in these?
Yes.
You do?
I washed it. Why is it hard to believe?
You don't look like someone that washes
Why
plates.
is it my nails or my lashes?
Do you wash plates at all?
You know what? I live with my grandmother.
Okay.
She's 80 something. She's 83.
Okay.
So best believe I wash plates. She doesn't go for any of this I'm a diva, I'm a star nonsense.
Okay.
You better be, washing plates and doing your bit at home.
Okay, so since you mentioned family, let's go there, shall we? So
Sure.
I know that you're in the media, you're a TV host yourself.
Yes.
But then, it's kind of a Nigerian family thing. Whenever young girls say they want to go into media, they always have questions. So what were they talking about when you said you wanted to do that?
Media?
Yeah, media.
I mean, my family are very liberal, so I didn't really have to do too much convincing. I think it was more people around who were like, you're going to allow your daughter to go into media. You know what those girls do. I think there's so many assumptions about women in the media.
Okay.
That people would say, growing up to parents, like, maybe let her, because both my parents are lawyers. Let her just go into law.
Okay.
That's a profession. That's something respectable.
Yeah.
I think growing up, I'm not sure if the media was really seen as being the super
respectable
respectable
place to
profession.
be. But what about becoming an entrepreneur?
See, that was even harder because I actually studied journalism.
Okay.
So being a journalist was always kind of my dream job, So when I moved back to Nigeria, I lived in the UK, lived in New York, I came to Nigeria, and I said to my grandmother who I live with, oh, I want to start up this, this nail salon. She's like, this was her face. Nails. She couldn't get her head around it. She was like, we sent you to school to do nail. I'm like, no, not as a main job, but as like a side, it's just been a passion of mine.
Okay.
So there was a lot of I don't know, she was confused. She just thought it was a bit weird. It took a lot of convincing, but I think over time, I've shown her that, you know, something I'm passionate about, and I've been able to make a sustainable business out of it. So I think it's one thing to have a passion and to enjoy something, and it's another thing to actually translate that into a business that, you know, generates profit.
When you start talking about business, you have to think about the issue of capital. So this looks really affordable for me to buy, but I know putting it together couldn't have been cheap. So where was your capital base from?
Well, you know, I've run my nail salon for 5 years, Wow Nails. So my capital was from Wow Nails, really.
So from running the salon?
Yes, I'd built up savings.
Okay.
So I always knew I wanted to diversify into products. Okay. And so so from those savings, I was able to start. I mean, my first batch wasn't like what I have now. I was just testing the market, obviously. So the first batch wasn't, you know, these large quantities that I have at the moment. But from there, you know, and that's one thing I would advise to all entrepreneurs: start small. Okay. Don't kind of think, oh, I have to order, you know, maybe from my supplier, I don't know, 5,000 cartons, because those might just be sitting in your home.
For a long time.
Might not shift. So I think the thing is to always start small and know that you can grow. Growth takes time, but, you know, at least test the market, start small, send products out for free. I did that. I sent products out to friends, to family, like, try these out, let me know what you think, give me your honest feedback, you know. So from there, I knew whether or not these would work.
All right. Now, I know that we have to wrap up soon, but I can't go with half my nails done.
I'll finish the rest off screen.
Mr. Director, can I finish my nails, please? Can I finish them? I know we have to rush into the kitchen. So there's some lovely cake that is on standby for us in the kitchen. I don't think I'll be able to eat them with these nails, though.
There, I'll file them down for you.
Okay, not to worry. But thank you so much, Tallulah, for coming to show us this.
Thank you,
and really, it's taken us, what, 5-6 minutes to get these done. It's really for me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, in the kitchen, I know that MM has something to show us. Talk to us, MM.
Oh, interesting stuff, Titi. I'm definitely going to get those nails.
Okay, sorry.
I love them. All right, before we go ahead with what we made today, let's quickly invite Mike and
Pilot Banks.
Pilot Adebanke. Hi, guys.
What does Pilot say? About to land.
So you can just go.
You just landed.
We just landed.
Yeah, you just landed. How was your flight? How was your trip, Mike?
Thank you.
It was an, is it airliner, fast liner?
All right,
What's
whatever.
it called now?
Dreamlifter.
Oh, your head is dear.
Yes, I know. You don't have this hair for fun.
Dreamlifter.
All right, Onome will take us through what you made here today.
Okay. So today I made coconut cake. This is from my recipe. So the ingredients you need for this recipe is your flour, sugar, egg, coconut milk, coconut flavor, baking powder, desiccated coconut.
That's very simple.
Very simple. So please sit Adebanke here. Thank you. So they can enjoy, you know, the sumptuous coconut cake that Chef Onome has made for you today. And I think we also have Titi and Tallulah who will be joining us shortly. I guess Titi's still admiring her nails. And biffing.
Getting her nails done.
Yeah. And biffing. Yeah. So let us know what you think about the cake. Yeah.
Let me have
it. This is cute.
Okay.
What's this?
What do you think? Are you getting that chocolatey?
Coconut.
Coconut. Oh, sorry, coconut.
What's this?
These are measuring spoons, Mike. You don't cook. You don't. So this does not concern you.
If that was in my house and I couldn't find a spoon,
you use it.
Yes.
I just break it and use it.
All right, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Titi and Tallulah coming back in.
Oh. And Onome, nice of you to join us.
Lovely.
Oh, thank you. Lovely. Yeah. So you can finish.
Hey, Tallulah.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good. Have a seat.
Oh,
hi. How are you?
This is yummy.
Hi, Captain. Hi.
Yes. And this is yummy. 1 minute.
Okay, I think we need to round off the show now. It's been a while And a big thank you to Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
And of course, a big shout out to Fola at Fola's Place for our hairstyling. Thank you so much to all our guests who've been here today.
Yeah, John Shaibu, Pilot Banks, Tallulah, everyone who joined us today on the show. Yeah, Kike was amazing, amazing performance.
Have a great
Big day.
guys.
See you tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah.
Back
Up
on the
early.
Nigeria.
Oh, you should.
Yes,
All
check
right.
us out on YouTube, people.